America first or Israel first? You can't answer that question, sir? As an American citizen, you can't say America first? Did you sign your life away to Israel or to America, sir? Huh? Come on, man. We were just vibing. What happened?
We're not vibing.
Nah? Why? Because I asked you a simple question?
It came out of nowhere.
Yeah, America first, Israel first. Where are you with?
You can answer it.
All right. You can answer now. Are you allowed to say America first?
I'm good.
Are you allowed to, though?
I'm all right. Have a good day, sir.
So you can't say America first?
Have a good day.
Why are you getting upset?
I'm not getting upset. I'm just saying have a good day.
You sound stressed, brother. You sound stressed. You know they're killing children in Iran?
First off, you guys, make sure you like this video, comment on this video, share this video, make sure you drop me a follow. I have a question for all military service members, whether or not you are active duty or retired. Please let me know over in the comments, are you not allowed to answer that question? That is one of many videos that I have seen so far on social media where someone asks a simple question, America first or Israel first. Let me know over in the comments because I truly don't know. I've tried to look up this answer online and everything and I get a lot of mixed results. But truly, are you not allowed to actually state America first while wearing the United States military outfit? Like, is that just not a thing you're allowed to do? Are you not allowed to represent your country? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments.
You're the first guy in the crowd, so I gotta ask you.
Yes, sir.
America first or Israel first?
We do not do any political association within the movement. We're here to unify
Bro, I'm
the
American,
American
bro. You
people.
better say America first with all these American flags with you.
Brother, we're here to unify the American people and spread love and
So
positivity
America first!
and unify the country under God, brother.
America first,
Hey,
people.
brother, we love you.
America first or Israel first? Israel first or get out of America. Get out of America. Get out of America. Israel first or America first?
America first.
I love you. I love you. There we go, an American.
Keep moving. This is the American movement, and we're just here to spread love and joy.
So America first or Israel first?
There is no political movement.
Oh
within
my
this.
goodness,
We
what's
have
so
no
political about it?
We're obviously
You're
American first. We're
American.
holding an American flag, brother.
Bro, that's all you gotta say,
Yes, sir.
America first.
So there's a video going on around on internet. There's this person who was asking this, I guess he's a soldier or something, and he was trying to ask them why, I mean, is it America first or is it Israel first? But he couldn't answer that question. Probably he was trying to pray to save his job. He was trying to prevent himself from, getting sacked or, anything wrong that can happen with that, because I think there are policies that doesn't allow soldiers to talk about all these political things, in public. But again, come think about it. That says it all, because it is them soldiers that they are using to do their dirty work. That's what the elites are always doing. Take soldiers, let them do your dirty work, because they know that they are desperate. They need money. They need to feed their families. They need to do all these things. But one critical question still remains. Is it America first or is it Israel first? Because I don't think for the United States, this has been the truth. The United States for the longest time has been serving Israel. I don't know what Netanyahu has for Trump, that Trump keeps on doing this, but this is just a critical question that people are trying to find out. And I saw this video out there and I saw it going viral. And this just made people question, like, how is everything that is happening right now? Because we are trying to question all these things. We are trying to question the impunity of the oligarchs for not serving its own citizens, but serving the interest of other people's country and causing devastation to other countries, to other places like Iran. Because understand, the United States have always been a menace in different countries, including Africa. This is something that the United States has been doing for the longest time. So brothers and sisters, without any much further ado, I'm gonna let you watch this video because it's a critical question that people are trying to ask in regards to this. And then I'll be back. I'll be sharing my 2 cents in regards to this. And thank you for taking your time, always watching my video. I appreciate you all for everything that you do, right? So let's get into it. I'll be back and then I'll be giving my 2 cents in this, right?
Have you seen the dude in the hallways of Congress asking the congressmen and women, America first or Israel first? And have you seen them cower in fear at the thought of even answering that in public? Like, what the hell's going on here? like, I'm an American congressman. America first. I work for the American people. No, so they're scared. Like, what the hell's going on here?
Sir, you look incredibly powerful. May we ask you America first or Israel first?
Israel and America.
Israel before America?
Israel and America.
You put Israel before America, sir?
I don't put America before Israel, but I don't put Israel at the bottom of the line either.
So, but it is bottom, but below America, though.
I put American, Israel. American number one. I'm American.
Okay.
Right?
So
Israel
it took a while
two.
to get to Israel number 2 out of all the countries on earth, right?
Number 2.
So, I'm a Christian from Bethlehem, Palestine. Do you have any message for the Christians in Bethlehem, Palestine?
I think it's a miserable situation that the Christians in Bethlehem, Palestine are in, have been in for decades.
Oh, yeah? Thank you. Who's behind it? People like you?
Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina just said that he's not with the Americans who want to put America first, who he refers to as isolationists. Instead, he's with Israel until the day that he dies. Take a look at this.
To all the isolationists, I don't believe. Forget it. I'm not with you. I'm with Israel. I will be with Israel to our dying day. They're the best ally we could hope for. So we have a commander-in-chief in President Trump, who I think is Ronald Reagan plus.
For many Americans, watching a sitting U.S. senator declare his loyalty to another country over his own people is pretty shocking. But it somehow gets even worse. He went on to say, I'm asking South Carolina, his own constituents, to send their sons and daughters to Iran to fight Donald Trump and Israel's war. I agree with what this guy said right here. He should go to his district and say that out loud in public and see what the response is. Supporting allies is normal in foreign policy. I don't think we should be an isolationist country by any means, but when we have U.S. senators declaring their loyalty to another country and then asking their own people to go and risk their lives for a war that should have never been started, there is a serious problem. You can absolutely still believe in strong alliances while also expecting our elected officials to prioritize us and our country.
Pay attention and listen, because an American soldier was asked if he was willing to die for the United States or Israel, and his answer might shock you. Look.
Are you willing to die for Israel?
Israel wants the United States to lose this war, and that means a long war that destroys the American political will to fight any more foreign wars. America loses. Israel becomes the dominant power in the Middle East. So let's look at the 4 major players in this war. You have US, you have Israel, you have Saudi Arabia, and you have Iran. Okay, all right. So United States and Iran, they're pretty easy to understand. What the United States wants to do is destroy Iran. Applause. Okay? Why? Because if you destroy Iran, United States would have complete control over Middle East oil, and it would control global trade for the state of humus, and therefore the United States can maintain its empire. Okay? So a really simple objective, let's destroy Iran. We don't care how, we don't care why, let's just go do it. Okay? Iran has another strategy, which is control, applause, straight up moves and destroy CENTCOM. CENTCOM is basically the American military in the Middle East called Central Command. Okay? So those are 2 major military objectives of Iran, and we can understand why, because if CENTCOM is destroyed, Iran has complete control over the Middle East. Now Dubai, now Oman, Bahrain, Kuwait have to pay taxes to Iran. Now Iran, the new kid, is now the bully of the Middle East. Right now it's a hegemon. That is the political objective of this war. Okay. Israel is a bit more complicated. All right. For Israel, what other thing is humble Israel? That's the other thing, because even if you defeat the United States, you still have to deal with Israel, okay? And Israel is the great military power of the Middle East. So you want to humble them. You want to weaken them. You can't destroy Israel because Israel has nuclear weapons, right? You piss off Israel, those nukes start flying. You don't want that, right? So those are the 3 major political objectives for Iran. Control the surface moves, destroy SATCOM, and humble Israel. Okay? If you are Israel, actually for you, the strategy is different. What you want to do is this. You want to destroy CENTCOM and destroy Iran. Okay, those are objectives. Why? Because if you destroy both United States and you destroy Iran, then you are the sole hegemon in the Middle East. Okay? Also destroy the GCC, destroy Saudi Arabia as well. Why? Because once Saudi Arabia is destroyed, all its resources belong to you, okay? And this creates something called the Greater Israel Project, which is what we will discuss next class. But as you can see, that's really important, is that even though United States and Israel are allies, their other strategy is different. Their objectives are different. In fact, they're in conflict. Okay, they have Saudi Arabia. What does Saudi Arabia want to do? Well, destroy Iran, because if you destroy Iran, you have complete control of Destru. You can be a bully. Okay, but you also want to destroy the U.S. and you want to humble Israel. All right, does that make sense? All right, so by understanding how...
Stop and ask a simple question. Do you support America or do you support Israel? Here's their answers. Listen.
Do you care more about the American people or Israel as a member of Congress?
I don't think they're mutually exclusive, Frankie.
Mutually exclusive? How's that?
They're our best ally.
Are they? Who do you care about more, the United States or Israel?
No answer.
United States or Israel, sir? No answer? Who do you care about more, the American people or Israel? It's an easy one. American people or Israel?
No answer.
You don't got to fake a phone call. American people or Israel? Who do you care about more, the American people or Israel? The American people or Israel, sir?
No answer again. And this goes on for 6 minutes. And a no answer is an answer. How is it that they're too scared to even pretend to be pro-American in an American Congress? Any other government in the world, a government official would not even hesitate to support their own government. These are not trick questions. And when one congressman was actually trying to give an answer, you can actually see a propaganda poster posted in the hallway in Congress. And that's just a little bit of...
Say what now?
We need America to wake up and prioritize Israel and bring home Israelis and make sure we stand by our #1 ally in Israel.
Did he say that Americans need to prioritize Israel? Is that what he said?
We need America to wake up and prioritize Israel and bring home Israelis and make sure we stand by our #1 ally in Israel.
Yep. That's what I thought he said. Americans need to prioritize Israel over their own well-being. And these are the people that y'all voted to put into office. America first, huh? Are we great again yet?
Watch this. A U.S. senator just said he'll be with Israel, not America, but Israel, until his dying days. Take a look.
All the anti-Semites to all the isolationists, I don't believe. Forget it. I'm not with you. I'm with Israel. I will be with Israel to our dying day. They're the best ally we could hope for. So we have a commander-in-chief in President Trump, who I think is Ronald Reagan plus.
Does Senator Lindsey Graham talk about South Carolina more or Israel more? It's clear that the entire notion of America First was just a scam to trick very vulnerable people into voting against their own self-interest. People were desperate for economic relief and material change. Instead, what they got was more of their tax dollars going towards an even bigger endless war in the Middle East on behalf of a genocidal regime, on behalf of taking oil from another nation to not make your life better, but to make the lives better for oil corporations and weapons manufacturers as well.
America first or Israel first? I want to say this as clearly as I can. I am God first. But for the sake of the argument, supporting Israel is one of the most America first things the United States can do. Let's start with the money. You often hear that America gives Israel $3.8 billion a year. Sounds like a handout. Sounds like a charity. But the reality is the exact opposite. U.S. taxpayers send $3.8 billion annually to Israel, and the United States receives roughly $48 billion back through defense contracts, co-production, technology, pharmaceuticals, cyber innovation, and joint research. That's not charity. That's not foreign welfare. That is one of the highest return U.S. investments anywhere in the world. The vast majority of that money is spent inside the United States in American factories on American weapon systems, supporting American jobs. Now let's talk about security. A former U.S. Air Force intelligence chief once said that the value of intelligence America gets from Israel on Russian weapons, on terrorism, on enemy tactics would cost Washington the equivalent of multiple CIAs to reproduce. Even if he exaggerated, even if it's worth only one CIA, That's already far more than $3.8 billion a year.
The budget of the CIA, to the best of my knowledge, is about $15 billion annually. So let's assume that General George Keegan exaggerated, and Israel does not contribute the value of 5 CIAs, maybe only 2 CIAs, maybe only 1 CIA. It's already almost 5 times the value of what is called, erroneously, foreign aid to Israel.
And remember, most of that money is spent back in the United States, in American factories, on American planes, paying American workers. That is not foreign welfare. That is a high-yield American investment. Now let's talk about the military side. The late General Alexander Haig, former NATO commander and U.S. Secretary of State, once described Israel as America's largest aircraft carrier that doesn't need a single American soldier on board. Think about that. If Israel did not exist, and if the US wanted the same level of deterrence against Iran, Russia, China, and jihadist groups in the Middle East, America would need to send extra aircraft carriers, extra ground divisions, and billions more dollars. Not to mention risking thousands of American lives.
General Alexander Haig, Supreme Commander of NATO, and later on the U.S. Secretary of State, when he was asked, how come you're so hot about Israel? Because Israel is the largest American aircraft carrier. If there were not Israel in the Middle East, then the U.S. would have to deploy few more real aircraft carriers, few more ground divisions, all of which would have cost the American taxpayer anywhere between $15 and $20 billion annually. So all is spared by one Jewish state.
Because Israel is there, strong, motivated, and constantly on guard, the US can project power in the most dangerous region on Earth without permanently parking tens of thousands of troops there. That is America first. Fewer body bags coming home. Less money burned on endless deployments. Now, the technology. Israel was the first to use the F-15, the F-16, and later the F-35 in combat. For years, Israeli pilots have flown them under real do-or-die conditions. Every day, Israeli pilots and engineers send feedback to the American plants in Missouri and Texas that build these jets. That feedback turns into upgrades, improvements, and 10 to 15 years of research and development saved for American companies. One manager called it a mega-billion-dollar bonanza. So the result is simple. America sells better planes, beats Russia and China in the global arms market, and supports American jobs in the process. Again, that is America first. And it's not only military. From high-tech to cyber, from medicine to agriculture, hundreds of American companies use Israel as an innovation engine. US and Israeli scientists work together on treatments, technologies, and solutions that end up saving American lives in American hospitals. Once more, that is America first. Finally, there is the strategic picture. Israel stands between dangerous regimes and America's pro-US Arab partners like Egypt, Jordan, and the Gulf states. Those countries don't work with Israel because they love Zionism. They work with Israel because they see the Jewish state as their best insurance policy against Iran and radical Islam. When Israel is strong, the region is more stable. Oil shipping lanes are safer, and the US is less likely to be dragged into another Middle Eastern war. So when someone says, why are we helping Israel? We should focus on America first. Here's the answer. America is focusing on itself when it supports Israel. For a $3.8 billion investment, the US receives intelligence worth far more than the cost, military upgrades that saves lives and money, a stable Mideast without US troops on the ground, and roughly $48 billion in economic returns through defense contracts, technology, and pharmaceuticals. That is not Israel first instead of America first. That is America first with a powerful ally at its side.
Watch this clip real quick.
And I will say, you know, if you go back 10, 12, 15 years ago at the most, the strongest lobby in Washington was the Jewish lobby. It was Israel. That's no longer true. You have to be very careful. You have a Congress in particular which is becoming anti-Semitic. You have AOC +3. You have those people, Ilhan Omar, she hates Jewish people. And you have to be very careful because there's been a big change.
Now, you heard it come straight out the horse's mouth. He said it clear for everybody to hear, okay? For the last 10, 15 years, the strongest lobbyists in American Congress were the Jewish lobbyists. The Jewish lobbyists. Real quick, let me give you some definitions so that you can truly understand what I'm trying to break down. Political lobbying. An action in which organizes efforts either done by an individual or by a group of people to influence government decisions. Done through direct communication, lobbyists are able to influence the decisions of policies and legislation. All right? Now let's explain what AIPAC is. You know, the largest Jewish lobbyist organization here in America. That was pretty much it. They're pro-Israel. They are the largest. They are actually called the most influential lobbyist organization in Congress. And they hold over 5 million members. One thing to note about AIPAC, you know, the Jewish lobbyist organization, is that they are not registered under the Foreign Agent Registration Act. Now, for this definition, I'm going to be reading off screen. Why? Because I want to make sure that I am 100% correct in relaying this information to you. I don't just need you to understand me. I need you to feel me. Feel me? The Foreign Agent Registration Act. See, this requires for the registration only, right, for entities that act at the order, at the request, or under the direction or control of a foreign government or political party to influence U.S. policy or public opinion. You know who wanted AIPAC to register as a foreign entity that was lobbying in the interest of their own government and their own people? President JFK. And then he was assassinated. And then no other United States president picked up that baton. Nobody tried to make this happen. Now, the reason why AIPAC is not registered as a foreign entity is because they swear up and down that this is a domestic lobby that is organized, funded, and controlled by American citizens rather than the Israeli government. But here's some things that the Israeli citizens are receiving that Americans aren't via this lobbyist organization. In addition to the $3.8 billion that Israel receives yearly via American tax-paying dollars, they also receive universal health care. They also receive a monthly child allowance per child. They also receive a cap for out-of-pocket expenses. There's only a limit as far as how much these services can charge them, making sure that their citizens aren't taken advantage of, right? There's also 15-week paid maternity leave. They also have subsidized housing, subsidized education. All of these benefits that the Israeli, you understand, government is getting via American tax-paying dollars, while American citizens are fighting for health care. They're fighting to figure out how they're paying their rent, their mortgage. They're trying their hardest to get out of medical debt, to get out of student loan debt, right? This is what American citizens have to deal with, while the Israeli citizens are great. And it's all because of the lobbying that has been done via AIPAC. But I thought that AIPAC was funded, ruled, and controlled by Americans for Americans. Where are the benefits? Where are the American politicians that have this a part of their campaign? Either the ones that are already in their seat or the ones that are running. Where are the American politicians that are stating that one of their goals is to get AIPAC to register as a foreign entity, because that's what it is. Nothing against the Jewish community, but AIPAC, rally and lobby and benefit for the Israeli citizens. So it needs to be registered as a foreign entity. It needs to. You want to know what makes matters even fucking worse? Is that currently right now, the American government is starving out Cuba. It's blacking out Cuba, right? Purposely. Why? Because Cuba is a socialist country. Meanwhile, it's off of the American tax-paying dollars that is funding Israel's socialism. We are literally funding socialism in Israel. But we're starving out Cuba. It's almost as if anytime a black or a brown country does it first, they must suffer. But yeah, it's definitely time that AIPAC registers under the Foreign Agents Registration Act. Nothing against you guys, but you lobby for your own. And that's fine, but let it be known that's what you're doing. Don't lie and say that you're lobbying and you're rallying for the benefit or the interest of Americans, but it's only Israeli citizens that are sucking up all of the benefits.
Hello brothers and sisters, welcome back to the channel. I'm hoping that you are doing great from whatever you're watching this video from, and as you know, I'm your host and presenter Authentic Story. So let's just have a chat in regards to this, because what's happening right now, it's something that needs to be called out. It's something that is so much devastating. It's something that Americans don't appreciate. It's something that the world don't appreciate. The fact that you are using these soldiers, you know, they have nothing they can do, because all of you guys have set policies that disadvantage all these soldiers. But at the end of the day, you send them to death traps. You use a lot of money to find all the fights, but you cannot change the lives of their families. It is so diabolical that the United States government is able and very ready to use its resources in funding wars, in creating instabilities in other countries, but cannot even take care of all these folks that are suffering inside the United States. The prices of foods, the prices of groceries, the prices of health, gas, name it all, is skyrocketing. But then the United States is always working for Israel. Like, they don't give a damn about you as an American citizen. I mean, to them and to the corporate America that supports all these things, because they are benefiting. They are benefiting while purchasing all this military power. They are, because the government's budgets for this, and they somehow how they manage to benefit. So it's a war that they fund, but the big deal is that they benefit from all this chaos that they cause, right? They benefit from the chaos that they cause. And why are they doing that? They're doing that because they want to be rich. They want to keep money. They want, because, you know, you see, like, what's happening is that majority of these other countries are starting to see how the United States is mediocre. And what are they doing? They are trying to avoid the petrodollar. So when they try to avoid petrodollar, this affects the United States, because people won't be buying oil using the USD. So when people don't buy oil using the USD, what does Trump do? Trump has to create something that will make him recover money, or that will force other countries to now use USD to buy oil and all other things that are happening. So you understand that we are living in a crazy world. We are living in a world that the corporates only focus on profits, but don't focus on people, that the lives of American citizens that have put their lives in line to serve the United States. But the question is, at which cause? At what cause? What cause are they fighting for? Because they cannot change the lives of their kids back in the United States. People, some of all these folks are unemployed. So what do? They set themselves for the cause. But when you look at this in the long run, it doesn't like serve them the right way. Like, it doesn't like help them fully as it is supposed to be. Because look, I'll say this and I'll keep on saying this. Trump is working for Israel. And as time goes by, we keep on saying the truth, because the patterns keeps on repeating themselves. And we have to address this. We have to talk about this at the end of the day. Looking at how all these things take place, you need to understand, it is upon black folks, it is upon black people not to join these fights. Why? Because Mr. Donald Trump will be looking for something to put on black folks. Yeah, they're looking on something to put on black folks. So when they do that, black people fall into a problem. But yeah, I'm glad that the world is seeing the United States for what it is. The world is seeing the United States and how it has been a menace, and how it has caused problem to other countries, and how it has been operating. The world is just seeing that. And I'm going to tell you that that's the most important thing. That's the most part of history that the world needs to see, that the world needs to understand, and that's how it has been operating for the longest time. Somebody said that I'm a veteran it's America first. The problem is that current military leaders are forcing service members not to speak ill of Israel. This seems to be a recent Deming phenomenon. America turns 250 years old this year, and Americans must die for Israel before the United States. Sickening. Israel don't require our boots on the ground. But guess what? Trump is making them do that. So as a soldier, we cannot participate in things political. They can get into trouble because it is considered a political question. They can actually get kicked for answering any question that is a political motivated. It's our elders, it's our leaders. Somebody say that soldiers are advised to stay clear of sticky issues like politics, religion, government discussions, because they are highly charged, energetic topics that get superheated rapidly and could go left. Then you have to revert back to your training and things have to escalate. So it is advised to keep it simple and don't engage in those topics with civilians, and especially the press. Some will also say that America has sold its people out. Every damn time a Republican president gets into the office, they start a war and steal money from the government and cut all beneficial assistance that can help them, that can help people out of this country. So I think all these things are starting to make sense right now. Somebody's also saying that these are the friends of our parents that warned us about, the kind that came to your house, ate your food, drank your liquor, slept in your bed, stole your money and asked for more, stole your man and then asked to kill your family to prove a good friend. It's crazy. Somebody also said that soldiers are not allowed to talk to the press, first of all. Second, they can't answer any political questions. The question is a setup and nobody is stupid. Those soldiers aren't going to risk their careers or being disciplined over discussion with a content creator. But for the soldier, I don't think it's the same, because they are not allowed to talk about all these political things. So I would also say that once we separate from the military, they are the ones like Peter Kecksbreath who think they can control our exercise of the First Amendment, but has found out it doesn't work. However, while serving, yes, they must approve or disapprove for the press interaction. This is the last comment that I'm gonna be reading. This is the last comment that I'm gonna be reading. Somebody said that first of all, it's basic human rights of real living, breathing man first. In order to this happen, a government must respect their constitution. The military takes an oath to support and defend the constitutions of the United States. Notice a key military personnel must obey the order of the President of the United States Corporation. America being the landmass the corporation sits on is a small sovereign District of Columbia. There is no oath to defend. America the landmass. This is what I call a sleight of hand of deceiving the people who are on the real slave citizenship. It is time to abandon ship. So people are waking up and people are calling this out. So brothers and sisters, please let me know what you think about this. As you know, I'm your host and presenter Agentic Stories, but until then, I'm hoping to see you on my next video. Until then, peace, love, and harmony. Salute.